Shalom, all praise goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles, Ezra and Millstone. Salutations to I'm out there pushing this word. In all sincerity, honesty, the old full elect. Shalom, Brother Korah Allah to the Spirit. The Lord this lesson is edifying. I wanted to speak on this yesterday, but I was under the weather. Today I'm feeling much better. All praise to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah. This is going to be a quick lesson. U.S. hypersonic missile successful in flight test, DARPA says. This is from April 5th, 2022. Washington, the U.S. recently completed a successful free flight test of a hypersonic missile, according to the Pentagon, but reportedly kept the test quiet in an effort to avoid escalating with Russia over Ukraine. The Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, the test today, calling the second successful flight in the DARPA's Hawk hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept program. Says Hawk flight test successfully demonstrated a second design that will allow our warfighters to competitively select the right capabilities to dominate the battlefield. That's enough of that. Now, when we go into this hypersonic missile, this is basically a missile that's undetectable, all right, and it's able to avoid detection, and it's able to maneuver past maneuver past any defense. So, this is the hypersonic missile that China was bragging about, Russia was bragging about. America didn't have it, but now America have it, so now America's bragging about it. All right? And by the way, yes, you can attach nuclear warheads to these missiles. Okay? Damn. Everybody's bragging. Okay, but you gotta give really the whole praise goes to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. The Lord said, what's that? Isaiah 56. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that will blow the coals in the fire. I says, behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. The smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. In the ancient time, that's going into like a swordsmith, all right? Someone like that. But today, in modern day times, that sword is going in to those nuclear missiles, all right? And so those smiths would be those German scientists, okay? To blow up the coals in the fire. So the Lord put the spirit on all them German scientists to get together and brainstorm and come up with the technology to split atoms, okay? And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, which that instrument being brought forth for those nuclear missiles. It says, and I have created the waster to destroy, because that's what those missiles do. So the Lord said, I've created those missiles that destroy, all right? Those nuclear missiles. Russia to my some damn Satan too. Now the big hype is the hypersonic missile, which it is a hype because this is all lines up with prophecies. But with that being said, let me jump from there to Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. The daughter of Babylon being America. All right, the word Babylon means confusion, which America is nothing but confusion. Just like the ancient Babylon, they did all manner of wickedness. So they do the same thing here today. They serve the same gods, same deities. All right, the same deities. same gods, and they have the same practices, man. You know, this is a place of confusion. That's why you have men dressed up as women, or men taking off their male, surgically removing their male parts and putting in female parts. All right. It says, because this is a place of confusion. It says, "O virgin daughter Babylon, come down, come down and sit in the dust." Right, because why? Because America's on top right now. That virgin daughter Babylon is sitting in the throne, but now it's time for Babylon to come down, come sit in the dust. Confusion. All right. Destruction. O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, the daughter of Babylon. So it's not talking about the ancient time Babylon. No. It's talking about America today, because America is carry on those customs, and America is also a place of confusion. And it said virgin daughter, right? And the reason it said virgin is because America is untouched by war. All right, it's a virgin to war. You know, but now that time is approaching, but that war is gonna come on American soil. Okay, now at one point, America. Why do you think America was last to have the technology of the hypersonic missiles? They didn't need it. Wasn't nobody stepping to America. But now things are changing drastically. So now you see that those hypersonic missiles, all right, those nuclear missiles being developed. Now America is taking part in that race also. It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, go into witchcraft, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Why is America not going to be called tender and delicate? Because it's not going to be a virgin anymore. All right, those thermonuclear missiles are going to destroy this place. Okay, this place is going to be raped. It's going to be taken. All right, it ain't going to be tender and delicate. You know, you got a tender and delicate woman that and then she gets with a man. All right, and he take her. She ain't gonna be tender and delicate no more. She's okay. So it says, "Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover her locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." In other words, you're gonna discover this place. Okay, you're gonna discover this place for its abominations and its wickedness. You know, and that's coming to light, man. It's coming to light how you destroy these other countries. All right, still, you've been stealing resources. Okay, it's coming to light, man. How you feel about the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans? Tell them how you really feel. All right, it's all coming to light. Says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. Okay, the Most High, man. His name is Yahweh. Of hosts, of armies. Okay, those chariots is going to come in here. They're going to also destroy this place by fire. By, by lasers. Okay. Like in Independence Day, when you had the chariot over the buildings, and then you see a blast. That was a laser. You know, that was a laser, man. It was just a big blast. That's why it says in Revelations, it says real quick, Revelations 18. Well, I don't know, I think it's 17, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll go to 7. Revelations 18 and 7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. And that's going into America, man. All right? Which was in rulership Esau, the so-called white man. Not to mention that. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. And that's going back into those blessings, the blessing that Esau had, man, because he received the dew and the earth, the dew of heaven and fatness of the earth. All right, so they had the best of everything. How much she has glorified herself. Okay, America is ran by Esau. Ultimately, Esau is going to be destroyed and his kingdom. Okay, but now this is going into America. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. Okay, all these nations do business with America, import, export, whatever you got to do, you got to go through America. It says, so much torment. So much torment and sorrow give her. Right? Scriptures also say, wherever he goes is as death. And he brought death and destruction to this world. Not to mention especially the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right? So America has a lot to pay for. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. We just read in Isaiah 47, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter. Okay? You will sit in that dust, man. You're going to experience sorrows. Okay? You're going to experience widowhood. Okay? How it feels to lose, you know? Imagine a woman lose her husband, and then she lose her kids, and she lose her job. All right? She lose her home. She gonna be in sorrows, man. She might go crazy. It says, so much torment and sorrows give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen. Now, you gonna tell him America didn't sit a queen? You know? It was late. America was late on those missiles, on the missiles development. America was also late on the missile defense systems. Why? Because they was sitting good, man. They was eating good. They wasn't worried about getting attacked. They just kept developing. It says, for her, she's safe in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Yeah, man. Yep, and the American people too. All right. Oh, America gonna be destroyed. We gonna bounce back. A lot of these American people starting to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, these heathens already jumping ship. They going back to their countries. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who judged her. Right, man. So, in one day, this whole place is going to come down by way of fire. All right? And the Lord is going to bring it upon you, you know? Because the Lord's gonna want you at your strongest point, which this is your strongest point as far as military, technology, all right, discovery, whatever, man. Okay. So how you gonna be stopped now? Well, this is how. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, which that plague is going into his nuclear missiles, death and mourning and famine. Those are plagues too. All right. Those are plagues too, which this place is being plagued right now by death. The death rate in America is skyrocketing. All right. Mourning, people dying and crying, losing their jobs. People losing their jobs, their careers, can't pay the gas, can't pay the electricity, losing their homes. All right. Inflation and famine. All right. We see the famine. Let's not act like famine doesn't exist, man. The price of chicken is skyrocketing. The price of eggs is skyrocketing. Milk is skyrocketing. All right. Everyday items that you usually get is getting harder and harder to get. You know, you might try to get some Lysol, and they gonna tell you that they don't have no Lysol. Or you might try to get some starch, and they will tell you, listen, we don't got no starch. Or you might want some toilet tissue, a certain brand, or we can't get that brand, and whatnot, man. You know, the plagues are here. All right, it's a different plague every week now, man. But that, like I said earlier, that ultimate plague is gonna be those nukes, baby. That's a plague too. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord. That's how this place is gonna be destroyed. Strong is the Lord power. Who will judge for her? That's basically it. Basically the point. Okay. I want to say a praise goes to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah Bashim Kakwadash, the honestly apostle, Ezra Millstone, salutations to the Akmatir pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty. Shalom.